Hello and welcome to the Nostalgia Zone. This time with a game called Silver, originally made by Infogrames, and now, well, not made, but owned by THQ Nordic. This is an RPG with pre-rendered backgrounds like Resident Evil and 3D modeled characters. It is an old game, back from '99, and it has a very fairy tale feel to it. So let's get on with the show.
Be silent for Lord Fuse! It is decreed that all women of childbearing age will be taken before the Emperor Silver, so that he may choose a new wife. Any man or woman found impeding this order will be charged with treason and sentenced to immediate execution.
You abuse your power. This is a violation of our rights.
What rights? You belong to the Emperor. He will do as he pleases. Guards, seize the women.
I guess we'll have to give that Tyrant a lesson he will never forget.
Be patient, William. Our time will come.
I trust no one else has a problem, because I've indulged your whining long enough. Guards, you have your orders. Move the women to the galleon now! We'll search the outskirts of town and ensure that no one attempts to evade their duty.
It is definitely old, but it's very charming. Or I find it very charming. And the backgrounds are really cool. Another game in this style is Alone in the Dark, made by the same company.
You're late. We need to practice. You need to practice.
Are you in such a hurry to be beaten, Grandfather?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm constantly disappointed. But at least my student has confidence. Now, go into the house and get your blade. Amaze me with your swordsmanship.
Well, I doubt I can amaze anyone with my swordsmanship, but I'll give it a shot.
Oh, I didn't hear you get up.
I wanted to practice with Grandfather, but you look so peaceful I didn't want to wake you.
Have you eaten? You'll need to keep healthy to have any chance of beating him.
I will.
An apple a day. I don't know how to use it though. Oh, we have a menu. That's the food. Can't eat the food. I don't know what that is. Sword. Shield. We're good. Even given its age, it controls fairly well.
Now we can begin. Hold your sword ready, and never take your eyes off your opponent. We'll start with some basic moves that will ease you into combat. Now you try. Good. I see I'll have to provide you with more of a challenge. Next, we should try the lunge. When performed well, this move is deadly.
And it has combos. I didn't remember about this. Nice.
Good. A powerful movement. You learn quickly. Now, a swipe requires a little more skill than a lunge, but less accuracy. Stand fast, and in one swift move, swipe hard to your right, like this. very
They'll have no choice. It'll be the last thing they ever see.
Oh, I interrupted him.
Always consider your assailant's position. This will help determine whether you perform the right swipe or readjust your stance and swipe left.
The control scheme is really cool.
Good. Now we'll try a different approach. One-on-one combat is rare. It's more likely that you'll face several assailants at any one time, so you have to be prepared for anything. And this move is vital. Very few of your opponents will have any pride, and would rather leap at you from behind than face you directly. Learn this move well. Good! Your offensive training is complete. Now you must learn to defend yourself. Your shield is invaluable when countering attacks. Use it well.
Nice. There's a block.
You defend yourself well. Your training is complete. Get ready to fight, and show me just how good I am.
Who's winning?
I am.
I haven't warmed up yet. You're young. It just takes me a little longer to get going.
Then I'll leave you be. Besides, I have the washing to do.
Ow. Why is she walking next to the fighting... to the arena here? Like, that's not good. Oh no.
Fuge! Tell me, are you still your father's lapdog?
Don't you ever learn. I should have dealt with you years ago. You're fortunate that I have more important matters to deal with. Your Emperor Silver requires a new wife. He may even choose this delicate creature. And then again, if my father isn't interested, I may take her for myself.
I would kill you first.
Steady, lad.
Listen to the old man. Your wife is such beauty. And I'd gain so little pleasure from destroying it. Take her away.
I love you, David.
How touching. Women are far too weak.
Then the men who prey on them must be cowards.
Why are you in such a hurry to die? Guards, stay here and see that they get their wish.
Well. Take that.
Hurry. We must go after Jennifer now.
It looked like they were heading south, towards the harbor.
Let's go.
The combat system feels really good in this game. It is pretty responsive. Like, there is a bit of a delay sometimes, but it's not bad. And the fact that you can string the combos and you need to move the mouse in different spots, it makes it very dynamic. And I'm not gonna let them take her.
There they are. Come on.
Come on, let's go. I'm not sure if that means I have another health bar, or if I'm just gonna collapse if the green runs out. So the game is essentially an action RPG, hack and slash. But it's not a looter hack and slash.
We're too late.
This time, but we will get her back.
Please, they've taken our daughter. You have to help us. We're old and can offer you little, but
Don't worry. We'll help you all we can.
Did you see or hear anything that may be useful? Do you know where they're headed?
all the women were forced in the galleon. Fuge and some of his guards got into a smaller vessel. And both ships sailed off in different directions. Unfortunately, I don't know where either one is bound, sorry.
Where are all the villagers? Or all the angry husbands?
Some of the men have already banded together. They took their weapons and left in the direction of Haven.
Will she be all right? They won't hurt her, will they? She's all we've got. I couldn't cope if they...
She'll be all right, love. She'll be all right. Come on, I'll take you home.
Fuge is evil. His father has taught him well.
Well, I can't go there. Can't go there either. Well, I saw a changing cursor. Wait. Oh, that's why. That's interesting. I want to go to those boats. We need to set sail. Or that boat? Maybe? The only problem with pre-rendered scenes is that you have to go where the game allows you to go. Which is something I don't like very much.
I am the chronicler. I shall record your adventures in my book of legends. Tell me of your deeds.
Here's our save point. And there goes our save point, apparently. If I remember correctly, it is a very classical story. Nothing new under the sun, but I appreciate classical stories. It reminds me of a book called Legend by David Gemmell, which it's corny at times, but I really enjoyed reading it. And the combat is really simple in this game, but it feels really fun. It's not just clicking, you actually have to do movements and stuff. And I think that's great. The way they designed the combat to be easy to pick up, and that makes you feel you're actually swinging a sword, in a way. I think that's really cool. I just have no idea where I'm going. Maybe I'm looking for the resistance right now. Crunch, crunch.
Tell me of your...
I've been meaning to replay this game for a while, and I haven't played it since 1999, when I got it.
Gates. They were built by an ancient race to protect their city from evil.
So that's...
Legends say only the pure of heart may enter. Well, there's only one
23
way to
years,
find out if that's
give
true.
or take?
Come on, lad. If a wicked old man like me can get through, you'll have no problem.
But what if my hatred for Silver betrays me?
David, he's taken your wife. Your anger is justified.
I hope you're right.
Like I said, classic storytelling. Also reminds me of the never-ending story, in a way. Like the arch, right there, that has the lightning.
David!
Sorry, I got carried away. Fine. Yep.
You! After them!
Serves you right.
He must have known he would die.
Yes, but the punishment for refusing an order would have been far less merciful.
Oh, villains.
That exit leads out of Haven and through into Rain. Any diversion at this stage will waste too much time.
Well, I suppose let's go. Willow also comes to mind. And there's a PS3 game, but I don't remember the name at the moment. It just felt very fantastic, like classic fantasy. And that's the vibe this game has always given me. Oh boy.
I'm not putting one foot back in there, not unless I can see if it's likely to get bitten off.
Don't worry. I doubt any beast would be depraved enough to eat your feet.
Nevertheless, it wouldn't be wise to enter, not until we see what lives in there.
Nothing good.
This place is too quiet. Did you hear that?
First it's too quiet, now it's noises that worry you. It's probably just a couple of larks, nothing to worry about.
Strange sounding larks. So I'm no authority on the call of that particular breed.
I love the dialogue.
Come on, let's take him.
I don't think that would be wise. We'd be slashed to pieces.
You would do well to listen to the old man.
Show yourself. Only a coward would hide behind his men.
I like David too.
What fool calls me a coward when my men surround him?
Please, we're not here to fight. We need your help. You must forgive my grandson's somewhat impetuous introduction. He is eager and hot-headed, but no fool.
And why should we help you?
Fuge has taken my wife on his galleon, and I intend to find her, with or without your help.
Bold words. Your confidence is admirable, if not a little naive. Come to our camp. We have the same objectives, and we'll help you all we can.
But without the exact location of the galleon, what can we do?
You'll discover that soon enough.
Soon enough. Memories.
As you can see, we're mostly just farmers and traders. for people whose wives, daughters, and sisters have been ripped away. Our plight has forced us together and compelled us to fight. You're welcome here. Feel free to look around.
That training is pretty cool.
You implied that you might know how to find the ship?
You waste little time. That's good. There's a cave that leads to the great library at No. The library is reputed to house a very powerful telescope. This should show you where the galleon is headed.
Won't you be coming with us?
No. We'll stay and plan our next attack.
Well, here's a torch. Okay. Alright. I'll leave you to it.
Impressive. But how good's your aim against moving targets?
Does that answer your question?
Well, there's dinner. Off to the cave. And the library. And a giant telescope. On magic. Alright, here we go.
Bet you didn't guess it was me. One time, I even made a man faint. He was big too.
Why, you little...
Oops, better run. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone you were scared.
That... Oh!
Just in time.
Tell me of your deeds.
So this...
The library was once a school that taught the magical arts. But since Silver outlawed magic, the school has been closed.
Something seems wrong. Who, or rather what, were they?
They appeared to be some type of imp. They looked devilish. Be wary.
But they are small, insignificant against our swords.
And if there are 100 more imps inside,
I'll destroy them all.
we'd better hurry then.
Another game that's, I think it's a contemporary. Twinson's Adventure, Relentless, and Twinson's Odyssey.
I'm not
They
as
had
young
the
as I
same
used to be.
pre-rendered
I can't force
backgrounds
the door
and
open.
3D character.
Step aside. Let me try.
It was also pretty cool. All games are the best, to me.
Fortunately for you,
Yes, grandfather.
Alright, you imps, let's go.
Somebody? Anybody? Help me!
Oh, hell no. Why are my weapons unequipped? Oh, and shield takes damage. Chop chop. That's a lot. Get over here. Stop punching the old man.
Hey, wait there!
Sorry, I quite forgot myself. How rude I must seem. Thank you for helping me with those creatures. How could I ever repay you?
well, the Duke led us to believe that there is a telescope within the library. If you could help us locate it, we would be very grateful.
Yes, of course. There is a telescope in the observatory that's right at the top of the library. Oh, but
what?
Tyranus the Diabolist is there. Well, I'm sure he'd help, but he can be quite uncivil. And unfortunately now isn't a good time. I'm afraid he's unwittingly opened a portal to another dimension, allowing those little imps you so efficiently disposed of to enter ours. He must close it before we're completely overrun.
If necessary, we could help close the portal.
As long as we locate Jennifer and the ship first.
Please, just be careful.
Anyway, I am gonna leave it there. I think this is a great game if you're looking for a classic fantasy story with good controls and an engaging melee combat control scheme. Because it's not just about pushing buttons. You actually move the mouse with rhythm. Positioning is somewhat important. And it makes you feel like you're swinging a sword as best as a mouse movement can make you feel that. It's not just mindless clicking, you know? The pre-rendered backgrounds are well done. They add to the atmosphere. And while the polygonal models look dated, they move in a very fluid fashion. So, of course, if you look at them too closely, you'll see like, oh yeah, well, the legs are moving a bit weird and stuff. But for the most part, it works. It gives the proper illusion of movement. So, in spite its age, I think this is a game worth checking out and playing through to the end. Obviously, mileage may vary. But if you like what you've seen so far, you won't be disappointed. You eventually get new weapons. You get party members, which you select with this square. I don't remember much how the combat worked for that. If your party members are defeated, I don't recall if you lose the game. I don't think that's the case, because that would have pissed me off quite a bit, and I would have hated it. And I say that only because I played Daikatana, right? And if you played that game, or if you know about that game, you also know that the AI for the sidekicks is absolutely awful. But even that is forgivable. The really big problem with the sidekicks in Daikatana is they were dumber than a bag of rocks. And if they got killed, you lost the game. Like, you would get a literal game over after that. And that is just unacceptable, because they died so easily that if you wanted to get through that game, and I did, because apparently I like pain, I don't know. I had to park them in a safe area, go do my thing, kill everything I could, then grab them and advance. And it was a very, very painful, unenjoyable process. I believe now there's a patch that allows you to play that game with the sidekicks as it was originally envisioned. And I believe they no longer die, which is good. And also that the AI had improvements. You can also disable the sidekicks, which when you try to do that, the game says, like, if you have the patch. We've reworked the AI and worked on it a lot, so you might want to keep them and give it a shot. But I don't know, I'm so full of spite towards those two particular sidekicks and what I went through that I don't know if I will. But maybe. As a side note, I may cut the introduction because for some reason the audio was cutting out in some parts, and it's annoying. Anyway, all that said, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Cheers.